How are you guys doing this evening? I wanted to go live a lot earlier, but it is now 11:20. Hey TCal 3000 on IG. What's up? Thanks for joining. Um and it's Friday. Oh my god, it's the end of the week already. Let me turn this off. Hey Essie, what's up, girl? Thank you so much for joining. And let me tag a couple people in the live real quick. Hashtag replay if you're watching this on replay. Um, if you are watching this live, then hashtag I'm here. Or just let me know how your day's going. What's up? Let's see. So I have been like sleep these past 2 days. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I haven't been on top of um my iron and my vitamin D like I'm supposed to. So in other words, I've been feeling a bit fatigued. So that is micronutrients. And today we're going to be talking about macronutrients. Um and like how to meal prep and meal prep for moms. So if you're on IG or you're not, oh hey, what's up, Kanesha? Um, if you're on IG or if you're not on my personal profile page, it'll just be a little bit harder to see the presentation, or I might not be able to see your comments. So okay, now let me get started. What's up, Mary? So, shoot. Yeah, meal prep for day 3 of the Winter Way Sleigh. Let's go. So, I want this to be like super simple and then something that like helps you save time, something that helps you save energy, helps you get closer to your goals, helps you be able to attain your dream body. This is supposed to be like, something that's quicker, easier, better for you. A lot of times, like at least for me, um, I like thought of meal prep and like my mind was like like couldn't really like comprehend it. It was like something that and I think a lot of people get overwhelmed when it comes to meal prepping. Um Especially moms because we already have so much on our plate and things to do, but I just want to show you guys that it can actually be something that helps you get closer to your goals. And so there's kind of 3 ways to do it. You can write it out and basically just like say for instance, you have a calendar and you're just like, okay, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're gonna have chicken as our protein for dinner. And then rice is gonna be our carb, and then our veggie is gonna be broccoli. So that's one way to meal prep. What's up, Tangi? Um, that's one way to meal prep is just simply like writing it out, or meal plan. So that's technically not meal prepping, but it's a way to meal plan. And then next, which is the way I do it, is option B, which is I like bulk prep in bowls. Which is kind of what you see in this picture up here, where you have like the chicken, the beef, and like the sweet potatoes and the broccoli and rice or whatever. And so if you turn your phone to the side, then you'll be able to see, hey, Alicia, or Alicia, sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
Answer your question. According to Wikipedia, Hurricane Alicia was
Oh
a
my
small but
God.
powerful tropical
Alexa,
cyclone.
stop. But if you kind of see like up here in these bowls, then you'll see that my Alexa thought I was talking to you or talking to her when I said Alicia or Alicia. Um, But okay, so yeah, the bowls is usually what I do, and I just have like a big bowl of chicken, a big bowl of rice, a big bowl of broccoli or whatever, and then I just keep it in those bowls or containers. I typically don't separate it or pull it out. Typically, when you think of meal prep, you think of like these types of meals here that I'm showing. But it doesn't have to be separated out into those daily containers or meal size containers. I think that that's when like people typically get like overwhelmed and they think that it's got to be like super organized and you've got to have every single meal in its own container and every single day has to have its own container, and that's not necessarily the case. You can just bulk prep it in bowls, and keep your chicken together, keep your rice together, keep your um, broccoli together, or whatever protein, veggie, and carb that you pick. So that's option B, and that's typically what I do. And then option C is to then take those bigger bowls of your protein, veggie, and carb, and then separate it out into the daily or the meal size um, containers. So, like I said, here's examples of those. But then also, what I do is like whenever I would go grocery shopping, I would buy an extra set of these Pyrex containers, which are the glass containers, because for me, it's if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. And if I don't see the food, then I'm not going to end up eating it. It's just going to sit up there and end up rotting away in the fridge. And that's just me being completely honest, because like I used to just keep it in like black containers with a clear top, but then once you stacked them on top of each other, you couldn't see what was inside of them. So it would just not even get eaten. So for me, it's really important that it's clear, that it's something that I can see. Hey there, for joining me on IG. Um, the Ania, Ania, I'm sorry, or Ashley. Maybe that's what I'll go with. Ashley, thanks for joining. But yeah, it's important for me to see, especially like I have like object permanence, meaning like if I can't see it, then to my brain it's not even there. So, um, so yeah, this is what my meal prep typically looks like is the meats, protein, and veggies. And here's like another picture of just like the fruits separated out in different containers, veggies separated out in containers, etc. So I want you to like get in your head and your mind that your meal prepping is just like how you would normally cook your dinners, except I want you to think of it in terms of like having leftovers. So, like, you know how you cook a meal and there's just too much food or whatever, then you have leftovers and you just put those leftovers in containers or whatever. So, it's like the exact same thing, except you're purposefully making leftovers, essentially, for yourself. So that's the way that kind of helped me to kind of like not get so overwhelmed. And about meal prepping is just think of it that you're overcooking on purpose for the week. So here's the step by step of how to do it is like first kind of like look at what you already have, what you can already use, clean out your fridge. And then I have a foods list that I'll be giving you guys in the Winter Waste Slay challenge. And just go through that foods list. It's categorized by your veggies, carbs, and proteins, and then just go through and circle what you like to eat. And then you can put those things that you actually like on your grocery list. And then pick a day that you're going to be able to stay consistent each week on your grocery shopping. So that might be, excuse me. Oh, I apologize. That might be every Saturday. Or you can order online if that's going to help you not be able to shop or not have to shop for or not get distracted shopping for junk food, is what I'm trying to say. Some people, like if they order online for like either a curbside pickup or what am I trying to say? Curbside pickup or delivery. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Then it will help them to stay more on track with their goals because they're not seeing all the junk food at the store and then putting it in their cart. Um, and then once you get your food, just clean your fruits and veggies, put them in the like Pyrex clear containers that I just showed you guys. Cook your proteins and store it, cook your carbs and store it. And number 9 is kind of optional because a lot of us, it's not hard for us to get our carbs in, like your oatmeal, your breads, pastas. It does make it easier if you could just dish out your rice, dish out your pastas, but your carbs typically don't take as long to cook. And a lot of us are, it's not hard for us to get our carb count in because typically all of us love carbs anyways. So 9 is optional. And then 10 is optional as well, is just to have like smaller containers on hand for when you, excuse my voice, want to dish out like a specific meal for like work, or for each day or each meal. But you can just keep it in those bulk containers, like I said. So, just like a quick overview of what macronutrients are, it's your protein, your carbs, and your fats. Your micronutrients are your vitamins and your minerals, like how I was talking about earlier, how I kind of struggle with having low iron, having low vitamin D, and my body like just processing B12 for energy and fatigue and whatnot. Thank you so much for joining, Gabby and Maria. Um, but your macronutrients, like your protein, is responsible for building and repairing. So it's super, super, super important. This is why personal trainers typically stress protein because when you're working out, you're breaking down your muscle fibers. So you're not actually building muscle when you're working out. You don't actually build the muscle until later in your sleep, when your body is repairing itself. So, protein is going to be super important for building and repairing muscle tissue, but just any type of tissue in your body. Carbs is your body's primary energy source. So it's what processes the fastest. It is, helpful with like just producing. So like making sure that your body is able to get enough energy into the cells. So that's why you hear a lot of people like when they go on keto or whatever and they cut out those carbs, then they feel like super fatigued because they don't have that primary energy source available to be able to help um, get glucose and get energy into their body. So then you have fats, which helps aid in like hormone distribution. And I will tell you guys that um, hormones rule your freaking body. They rule like your mood, where your body stores fat, um, and if your body's going to hold on to fat, like your metabolism, like all kinds of things. So hormones are super important, and so therefore fats are super important. And carbs and fats get a bad rep, you guys, but um, we have to differentiate the difference between healthy carbs that are like grown from God's green earth and the ground and processed man made foods. There's a huge difference between processed foods and like carbs that are like, your rice, your sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, your oatmeal, like that type of carbs compared to like candy and cake and those types of things. So that's why carbs get a bad rep. But You do not want to cut out carbs. Like I said, it's your body's primary energy source. Fats get a bad rep, but fats are actually super helpful as well to your body. So I will move on from this. This was supposed to be a brief overview. But like I said, have a consistent day. Put on your calendar when you're going to do your meal prepping and when you're going to do your grocery shopping. So you can do your grocery shopping on Saturday, and then Sunday, do your meal prepping so that you're ready to go Monday through Friday. You don't have to make enough food for 5 days. You could shorten it and make it less overwhelming and just start with cooking enough food for 2 to 3 days and then build on top of that. You can also like kind of hire out and delegate your meal prep to meal prep companies. And like I said, order online, do a grocery delivery service, do a curbside pickup, or that sort of thing so that it takes less off your plate. And then um, this is from my goal setting slide, and I just kind of like left it in here. But I don't want you to overthink meal prep. Just kind of simplify it in your mind. You're just overcooking for leftovers. Hey, Rose. Um, and, set out an allotted time, keep it simple. And yeah. Have your grocery list ready. So it's going to help you set yourself up for success. And I honestly just want you to focus on having healthier habits first. So if even after going through this meal prep presentation, you're still like, oh my God, I still don't know where to start, then you can focus on just building healthier habits first, which I love coaching on healthy habits because honestly, a lot of people that I coach can reach their goals by just if they were to implement these 12 things, because there's only a very, 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 very small percentage of people who hit these things every single day. So if you were to drink water before each meal, um, make sure that the drinks that you do drink are 0-calorie drinks and you're not drinking your calories. And if you were to only eat your calories, then that would save calories in there for the day. Let's see, I'm going to read a comment. It says, I need to simplify the meal prep idea. I'm so OCD and it makes me feel overwhelmed thinking of it, but I like the way you explained it. Sweet. I'm glad it's helpful, Kanesha. But yeah, don't overthink it. Just think about, I'm just gonna make a bunch of chicken for 3 days. I'm just gonna make a bunch of rice for 3 days. I'm just gonna make, and you don't have to even, necessarily cook your veggies all the way. You can kind of like halfway cook it, so that when you pop it in the microwave, it will finish cooking and you don't have like super soggy veggies that are like gross. Um, but yeah, but if you were to increase your water intake, do 0-calorie drinks, drink water before each meal, only eat until you're about 80% full, you're not stuffing yourself, listening to your hunger cues of when your body is actually hungry. Like, am I actually hungry or am I stress eating? Am I actually hungry or am I bored? Am I, that type of thing. Just asking yourself those questions before you put anything in your mouth. Increase your step count or your activity. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. So that you're able to heal and repair and not have brain fog and fatigue. Do tea or coffee as like a natural appetite suppressant. Make sure that you're getting enough fiber, your enzymes, your probiotics, so that what you actually eat comes out of your body and you're pooping it out. What goes in must come out. Um, Make sure that you're working out 3 times a week. increase your fruit and veggie intake. So a cool way you could do this is just like make sure that half of your plate, when you are making your plate for each meal, like lunch and dinner especially, is just make sure half of your plate is veggies. Um, and and if you want to, you could say veggies and fruit. If you're just starting out, make sure you're not cutting out an entire food group like carbs, and just less processed foods. I am big on you don't have to um, you don't have to like stop eating treats, just more so in moderation. And so that you're not like binging essentially. So it's like, okay, I can have donuts, but I'm not going to eat a whole dozen. I'm not going to eat a whole half dozen. And I have done that. So I'm speaking from experience of the binge part on the processed foods. And then also watch your alcohol intake because the calories on your alcohol can add up quick. So, progress, not perfection, guys. Um, this is a must. Just focus on getting 1% better every day. So, if you wanted to, you could just pick a few of these habits that I just talked about and focus on maybe like three of them, and start there. Once you feel like you've gotten some of those habits down, then you would add a new habit or maybe even move on to the meal prep that I was talking about. So that is it. Um, 22 minutes in, you guys. Just make sure that you're following me on all of my social medias. The handle is the same across the board, indymichelle.h. Join my free fitness community so that you'll have access to guides, classes, and presentations like this. And the link to my free community is on my Facebook and also at my website, indymichelle.com. It's the very first link at my website, indymichelle.com. So make sure that you're in there so that you can get results. And I'll get you guys that are in the challenge the foods list so that you can make your grocery list and be able to grocery shop for your meal prep this weekend. And once you have your meal prep done. Oh, hey, Christina, just saw you. Thank you for joining. Hope your day is good. But yeah, so I will get you guys the foods list. Circle what you like on it, put it on your grocery list, do your grocery shopping this weekend, and then you will be all set to go on Monday. So have a great night, and I will see you guys for day 4. Bye.